popcorn's really good here. And Derek swears that he could do better on the stovetop than that. I'm not buying that. I think there's right amount of salt, big kernels. It's pretty important stuff now in postgame. Slow start. I didn't like our start again. Thought we were really passive, almost to the point where we were almost trying to stay out of their way, not to foul. But again, 2 guys down. They were a couple of guys down, and we challenged our team with a couple of things before the game. Ball movement. I did not want the ball to stick. I wanted the ball to move, no matter whether it was man or zone. I wanted the ball to get to the third side, no matter whether it was man or zone. And that's a ball reversal. We did a great job early of finding Michael in some spots against their zone, and that was huge. It got us going. It gave us a little freedom. And then the other thing that was I was very curious about was the rebounding. Our top 2 rebounders did not play, and it's the next man up mentality. And I really challenged our perimeter players to do that. You get 7 rebounds out of Tijon, 6 of them defensive. That's a tremendous number. Tijon has been able to do that on numerous occasions where he's had some dominant rebounding games. I thought Trent Frazier did a very good job on the defensive glass, digging back in, getting 3. And obviously the 27 offensive rebounds, you don't normally get that many. Tonight we did. And it's a crazy number to see that Aaron got 7. But you don't get them if you don't go. And that's something I'm really excited about. Again, DeMonte gets 5. So you know those are effort plays when you're going to the glass. And again, 73 shots to 47. I was very excited at halftime when I saw that they only had 1 assist. Those are one of the first things I look at. So all in all, and it was great to get Matisse in the game. It was great to get Greg some extended minutes. We put Aaron in the starting lineup, and he was gassed a little bit there in the second half, and I screamed at Fletch that you need to get him in better shape, but it was good to get those runs and to be able to experience some of that. So all in all, a good night, and then we'll when you're a couple men down, I liked the way our guys rallied.
Questions?
Brad, obviously you don't want to have to go this small in the future, but you said you liked what you'd seen out of it so far. What did you think of what you saw tonight?
We shoot from the 3. Yeah, we took too many 3s. If you could tell me that I'm getting that many offensive rebounds every night and get that out of AJ and DeMonte on the glass, I've still got to get Mark Smith on the glass. It baffles me, his inabilities to rebound, because he does it in practice. I told our team the year we beat West Virginia in the NCAA tournament, I was 5'8", 5'10", 6'2", 6'4", 6'4". So I don't make that big a deal about size if we can do the job. And tonight we did the job. I would prefer to have LeRon and Kipper. There's no question. They're really good players, but I thought it was good. I haven't seen the plus minus numbers yet, and you all know that I look at all that stuff. But I thought there was, I did some things different. I played Fink and Greg a little bit tonight in a segment I hadn't done. We'll look at that. I didn't think it was bad though.
What's it been like watching Trent's confidence grow over these last couple weeks?
Well, I said this after the Vegas game the other day. Is you can always tell when a player's starting to feel comfortable when they get lost in the game, and it's a you have to play it to know where that zone is, what that's like, and I've DeMonte's been in it for a long time. Mark Smith has been in it the last few. I mean, Mark Smith was dialed in. He's telling me plays, what he sees, and Trent's just gets a whole different look about it. And when you get there, then you're not reacting. Then you're anticipating, and you're dialed in, and you know where the opportunities come. And it doesn't matter where, who, the moment. And those guys are getting into that moment, and that's a pretty special place. So with that comes a lot of confidence. And Trent bangs down a couple threes tonight. He's got a huge night.
Brett, obviously the schedule ramps up a lot here, starting with New Mexico State. Your team 1-4 against the top 150 Ken Palm. Do you feel like they're more prepared for those kind of opponents now?
Yeah, we're going to find out. I think the one thing that we've got to do is understand that when it's hard, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to play in those games. It's okay to be in those games when it's hard. We tell them all the time, nobody practices harder than we do. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to have to fight through it and make tough decisions and make tough plays. And now we've got to go out and do it. We've this team is not that far away from being undefeated, and yet we're not. So we've got moments, and I thought we took some positive steps tonight. I think we're better prepared now than we were, as we headed into the Wake Forest game. So, we'll soon find out, because New Mexico State's really good, and then when I told our team after the game, the next 20-plus games, big boy games.
You mentioned not wanting the ball to stick, and that they did that, but how did it maybe go from telling them that to getting 20 assists on 34 makes?
Well, now I can't wait to show them film, because just talking about it and then letting them see that and showing them the numbers and showing them how easy offense can become when you move the ball and share and play unselfish, and you get, I think, 9 assists from Tijon and then Trent, and that's not trying to do too much. That's trying to make your teammates better. So we moved the ball better in the Vegas game, and that's continued. And I thought Mark Allstork made some great passes tonight. He hit AJ on a lob and first cutter, and we're still missing too many of those. We missed 8 in the Vegas game, and can't wait to see what we missed tonight. But when the ball moves, we got a chance to be really good.
How do you feel like Mateek's been adjusting to the game, the college game so far? Because it seemed tonight he was still a little hesitant to take.
Oh, he's nervous.
Take some wide open.
He's nervous. He's it's not every day that you come to a new country, learn and meet new friends, deal with a new coach, deal with college level classes at an elite university, be around 45,000 other students. Have to go play in a style that you've not played before. Pretty big adjustments. I'm not sure as an 18-year-old kid I'm up for all that and can handle that. But yet that young man is working his tail off. He wasn't here this summer, so the weight room has been a big shock, and he's Fletch is the big shock. What Fletch does with him in the weight room is even a bigger shock. But he's gained a bunch of weight. You should see his before and after pictures already. I'm a huge Mateets guy, and Mateets is his own worst enemy sometimes, because he's very critical. He wants to play the game perfectly. It's not, and the game's not a game you don't play that way. But I'm really proud of him and the job he's done adjusting to this point. And he is nervous. That's why it was good to get him on the court tonight.
Coach, did you foresee Trent as a defensive playmaker, 4 steals again tonight? How has he developed to that end of the floor?
Trent's got great, and this is part of what I mentioned earlier, when you're in the game, you see it. You see it before it happens. We've spent 2 heavy days working on weak side rotations, knowing what they were going to do. They tried to do the same thing Maryland did. 5 out, back cut you. And with that, it's just support. And it's support from weak side off the ball. And he sees plays now that he wasn't seeing 2 weeks ago. And that allows you to have steals. That's why we've always been one of the top teams in the country in steals. DeMonte sees all. I don't know how many he have tonight. No, he just had 1. But DeMonte makes so many of those plays as well. And now they're anticipating and they're getting more comfortable with it. But he has unique speed. He's got tremendous quickness. And now when you throw his anticipation in there, he can do things that some other guys can't.
Anything else for Coach? All right.
See you in Chicago.